Let's talk about alt-doc loans. Okay, let's say you need a loan but can't provide up-to-date tax returns or other proper documentations as proof of your income. Still confused? Okay, here are some examples. Kareem and Sam are proud partners in a successful framing business. They were looking to buy an investment property and live with Sam's parents for a couple of years to get fully on their feet. They needed a lender that would accept a combination of self-employed and rental income, and negative gearing to service the loan. How we could help? With an alt-doc loan from an alternative lender that accepted various forms of income, we were able to get them the loan they needed to buy their investment property. Nick and Elaine are looking to invest in a second property as part of their retirement plan. They want to release equity from their own home to do it, and pay off some maxed-out credit cards while they're at it. They own a dry cleaning business, but their most recent tax returns haven't been completed, so they're looking for a lender who can accept alternative paperwork. How we could help? With an alt-doc loan from an alternative lender, they could release the equity they needed to consolidate their debts and buy an investment property. Sophie lives with her mother and her 2 lively children. She wants to stop renting and buy a home with a backyard. As a musician, her wage is modest, and so Sophie relies on government family payments and child support. She needs a lender who'll accept all 3 sources of her income to service the loan. How we could help? With a home loan from an alternative lender that understands that these days not everyone a standard single source of income. Tim and Jess have 2 kids and there's another on the way. They have multiple debts on top of their monthly mortgage, so things are tight. They want to secure some cash out to reduce a major liability and simplify their debts into one monthly payment to get their finances under control. Unfortunately, they've missed some payments on their personal loans, so their existing lender wouldn't consider their application. How we could help? With a home loan from an alternative lender, they could get the cash they needed to consolidate their debts and reduce their financial worries. Elsa had worked really hard to get her personal training business up and running. Things were going well and she was feeling ready to buy her own place. But because she'd only been in business 6 months, her bank said no to a loan. How we could help? With an alt-doc loan from an alternative lender, her dream of buying her own home suddenly became a reality. Having worked hard to get his business humming, Dave was now in a position to buy his own place. But he hadn't finalized his tax returns with his accountant, so his bank said no to a loan. How we could help? With an alt-doc loan from an alternative lender, his goal of owning a home became real. Derek, father of 2, was recently separated. It was an emotional time and he missed 2 mortgage repayments as finances took a bit of a backseat. When he got back on track, he wanted to sort out the house ownership, but his current lender couldn't help him refinance because of the missed payments. How we could help? With a home loan from an alternative lender, he was able to refinance his home and pay out his ex-wife. Andrew is a self-employed carpenter, and a good one. But he'd recently had a tax audit and been hit with a large ATO debt that required immediate payment. He wanted to settle by releasing equity on his home, but finding a lender to help proved difficult. How we could help? With an alt-doc loan from an alternative lender, he was able to release the equity he needed to pay off his ATO debt. In a nutshell, alternative documentation, or alt-doc loans, are used by self-employed borrowers who have income evidence, but not in the form mainstream lenders generally prefer, usually 2 years of fully audited and lodged tax returns with a notice of assessment. Still confused? You need an expert financial advice. Visit www.championbroker.com.au to book an appointment.